All right, guys, in this one, I want to go over one of my favorite builds and honestly probably one of the best builds in the entire game. That build is none other than the Void Walker, specifically based around throwing as many grenades as possible and getting as much buffs you can as possible. From the launch of Witch Queen up until now, every single season it seems that this build keeps getting stronger, and right now in the game it is at its strongest potential, and I'm really excited to show you guys this build. Really quick though, I am on the road to 20,000 subs. The support from y'all recently has just been insane, so if you are enjoying my content and find yourself coming back, consider hitting that subscribe button. It is truly appreciated. But all right, let's jump right into this build. And I think I'm going to start off talking about the subclass first. So my aspects I'm going to be taking are Chaos Accelerant and Feed the Void. Chaos Accelerant is basically going to let you overcharge your grenades, and your grenades are going to have additional benefits. I'm mainly going to be taking Vortex grenades. This means it's going to have increased size and linger is going to be longer. This is really good for at clear, debuffing bosses, doing extra damage to bosses. It is very versatile, and it is one of the best grenades in the game for this build. Now, Feed the Void is an aspect where you defeat a target with a void ability, it's going to grant you Devour. And if you don't know what Devour is, we can read this tooltip: feast on the energy of your defeated foes. Final blows restore you to full health, grant grenade energy, and extend Devour. So Devour is going to play a huge part of this build. You keep getting kills, you constantly keep getting healed, and you're getting grenade energy, which obviously is going to pair well with Chaos Accelerant. Now, for my supers, I do just run the Cataclysmic Nova Bomb. If you want to run Vortex, you can. They do virtually the same damage. I just like having the giant planet-sized Nova Bomb fly at an enemy. I mean, I guess you could take Nova Warp if you want to as well, but I would recommend Cataclysmic. Now, for fragments, I do run Echo of Remnants. Your lingering grenade effects, Vortex Grenade, Void Wall, Void Spike, and Axie Bolt have increased duration. Echo of Undermining. Your Void Grenades weaken targets and minus 20 Discipline. Then Echo of Instability. Defeating targets with grenades grant volatile rounds to your Void weapons, plus 10 strength. So Echo of Remnants right here does stack with Chaos Accelerant, so you have a very long Vortex Grenade. The Vortex Grenade is also going to weaken enemies, which makes them take 15% more damage. And then finally, once you get kills with that grenade, you're going to make your guns have volatile rounds, which is one of the best at clear things in the game. It's also very good for doing additional boss damage as well, and it is just very, very strong in general. Just from the subclass alone, you can go on and tell that we're going to plan on having infinite grenades, and that is what our main exotic is going to be about, which is Controverse Hold. This has the exotic part Chaotic Exchanger. Resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade. Charge Void Grenades, return grenade energy on hit. So you charge your grenade up with Chaos Accelerant, you throw your grenade out, you're going to get around half, sometimes more, sometimes a little less of your grenade energy back, with Devour also granting you grenade energy when you get kills. This is going to allow you to have infinite grenades alongside your subclass, which means infinite weaken, infinite volatile rounds, and just infinite at clear with things like Echo of Remnants. Now, since Devour is healing me, I would recommend just taking Empowering Rift for a damage scenario. You can stand this, do damage, but if you want more survivability, you can take Healing Rift. You can just swap these, you know, in and out for whatever content you're doing. Now, weapons for this build, I do like running Arbalist, since I'm probably going to be running a legendary linear fusion anyway, so I can take advantage of ammo finder mods, but I would recommend 100% going for the Unforgiven. To me, this is the best weapon you could pair with this build because it does have Demolitionist and Golden Tricorn. Golden Tricorn is a perk that when you get a kill with the weapon, you get a small damage bonus, but then if you get an ability kill that matches the element of the weapon, so Void, it will actually buff the damage to 50%. So your primary weapon is doing 50% more damage, and it can also roll Demolitionist. So that means alongside your Devour, alongside your Controverse Hold, and now even your gun is getting you grenade energy back. So now getting kills, you're getting energy back from Devour and Demolitionist. It is really, really strong. It just clears out entire rooms of ads and is very, very good. Now, another thing to note really quick is that we also have the Doom of Chelchis back, which is a Void Scout Rifle, and this is looking to be one of the best PvE weapons in the game. With a recent buff to Scout Rifles doing more damage to PvE, alongside this being able to get explosive payload and one for all, this is going to be a very, very good option for this build as well, especially for things like GMs, and I would recommend getting that as well. Now, for heavy, the Taipan is going to be your go-to. Linear fusions are just the strongest in the game right now, and this is what made this current build already better, because now you can take advantage of some mods and even take advantage of your volatile rounds with the Taipan, do some extra damage. So obviously go with triple tap firing line. That is your main go-to options, but if you do get a grenade kill, you will proc volatile rounds, which means your Taipan is going to get volatile rounds, and you will just be able to do more damage. Just imagine you're Golgoroth, you throw a grenade on Golgoroth to weaken him. You're then going to kill some enemies that will walk up beside Golgoroth. You will probably volatile rounds alongside him being weakened. And we're also not even into the mod yet, so that scenario is also going to be even better, because once we get into the mods, we're going to be taking things like Elemental Ordnance. So Elemental Ordnance is going to grant you a well that matches your subclass type when you defeat an enemy with your grenade. This is going to obviously be extremely easy to do with this build, and the wells will also give you ability energy back all the time, alongside helping helping you in some other ways. Now, I am going to be taking bountiful wells right here. So all my elemental well mods that create elemental wells will actually stack, but if I only run one, it will actually just generate you 2 elemental wells. So with one elemental ordnance mod and bountiful wells, I'm going to be generating 2 void elemental wells, which gives you a big chunk of your ability energy back, which is very, very good. Now, I am also going to be taking well up tenacity. So picking up a void elemental well reduces the damage you take from combatants for a short period of time. This is going to be really good. This gives you a huge chunk of damage reduction, and pairing this with the 100 resilient, which is what I would 100% recommend doing, and the fact that you heal to full every time you get a kill, you are extremely tanky with this build. Now, I also am going to be taking Font of Might, so whenever I pick up an elemental well that matches my subclass type, I get a temporary bonus to my weapon damage with weapons of that same element. So that means now your Unforgiven and your Taipan is going to be doing even more damage. So again, imagine that scenario. Weaken, volatile round. Now you're also going to have a void well that gives you Font of Might. You're going to be doing an insane amount of damage with your Taipan. And what's also really cool is that Golden Tricorn, you get a kill with it, you're going to then get a grenade kill, which will obviously spawn the elemental well. It will proc the second part of Golden Tricorn. You're going to get 50% damage for your submachine gun with Golden Tricorn. You're going to get the Font of Might damage bonus, and you're going to get volatile rounds, which lets this primary weapon basically be a special / heavy weapon and can just kill absolutely everything in the game. It is ridiculously strong. Now, I'm also going to be running Seeking Wells. So basically, this is going to let my wells that I create track to me. So this is going to be even easier for damage scenarios. If you get a grenade kill far away, the wells are just going to track to you and you're going to pick them up. And everything I just mentioned is going to be even easier to proc now and keep doing over and over. Now, we're not done there yet. Again, like I said, I'm going to be taking some linear fusion and ammo finders just for my Taipan and Arbalist, but I also will be taking a harmonic siphon. So rapid weapon fall blows with damage matching your subclass type, creating orb of powers. I'm going to take advantage of that with innervation right here. So reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. So now if I'm not getting my grenade back from literally everything else I've already went over, picking up orb of power will also give you your grenade back. You could swap this out for something like recuperation if you want to, but again, you already have devour. Or even if you want to change the element type and change it to something else, you could do that too. But I do like having this just to guarantee a grenade pickup, especially if I'm not running a gun with demos, say something like the Doom of Chelches. I would 100% recommend running a SMG loader with the Unforgiven, but obviously if you are taking this to in-game content, you will be able to change out to any seasonal mods that you need to. The reason I do like running Arbalist is because it has intrinsic anti-barrier and it kind of just throws the match game away. It can literally just do everything. And then also for something like the Radiate for the Unstoppables, I do like to put Bastion on just to quickly stop them. That can also be very, very good. The main thing is you want to keep your Unforgiven on and Taipan as long as you can, but obviously run something like Doom of Chelches or some other very strong void weapon for in-game content is always going to be viable to do as well. Then for some final mods, I do have a thermal shock plating with the concussive dampener, a linear fusion scavenger, and a distribution right here. So if I ever use my class ability, I will get some cooldowns back for everything. Those are kind of just placeholders. There's nothing like really crazy with the seasonal mods that you can put in here, but that is a good thing though, because this build you can literally take anywhere in the game at all times. It's never going to go away because it doesn't require any artifact mods. Again, you can take out things like thermal shock plating, and I just had this mod slotted in as a placeholder, just, you know, to put a champion mod in. You can take those out and you can run this literally at any point in the game, which is very, very good. And then finally, if it wasn't obvious, 100 resilience, 100 discipline is for sure the way to go. You get that damage reduction pair with well tenacity is very, very strong, and 100 discipline just so you can keep your weakens up, your volatile rounds up, your ad clear up. It is ridiculous. This is again one of my favorite builds in the game, and they finally added an ornament for Controverse Hold. Just as a little note, this thing looks very, very good. It glows it pretty much anyway, so you don't have to run purple, and I really, really like it, and I really think you guys are going to love this build as well. Anyways, that's going to do it all for this build. Let me know what you think of it. With all of the 3.0 subclasses being updated now, which one is your favorite? I still think Voidwalker probably is going to be my favorite, just because this build alone, it is very strong, it is very synergistic, and you can take it pretty much anywhere in the game and get stuff done with it. It also doesn't require artifact mods, so you don't really have to worry about things changing, and I just love it. This is definitely my S tier build, my favorite build in the game, and I really hope you all give it a try. And speaking of giving it a try, I will have a dim link to this build pinned in the comments below if you guys would like to go check it out over there. But if you guys did enjoy and want to see more content just like this, consider subscribing, dropping a like, and turn those notifications on. Also, if you'd like to join my Discord or follow me on any of my socials, all of that will be linked in the description below. But just know watching this video is way more than enough. Every single bit of support from you all is truly appreciated, but thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. Peace.